get out of my car and get shanked or something like that. So he's like, get the fuck out of the car.
Fingered.
And I'm
Or
like,
fingered. Shanked with a finger.
He's telling me to get the fuck out of the car. So I'm like, oh, I gotta.
shanked in the butt with a finger.
Hey-o, boyo. Welcome back to the Part-Timers Podcast, episode fucking 9, with Keith
Dane.
Curtis.
and
Special guest Ed.
special guest Ed's in the He's
Ed's
in
in
the
Special
building.
Ed.
Hey,
Ed's
what
in
up,
the
Ed?
building.
Ed's in the building.
Special Ed. Special Ed's in the building today.
AKA Bossman.
AKA
Bossman.
AKA OG.
OG. Yeah.
AKA.
AKA.
Ed.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ed, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What am I allowed to say?
You can
Whatever
say
you
whatever
want. Whatever
Oh.
you feel comfortable revealing.
I'm a blue collar worker.
To all the 11 people.
I'm a hardworking guy. I got 3 kids that have grown up and gone. 29 years with the wife. A retarded, half-witted dog at home.
Right?
And I'm a grandpa now.
Yeah.
He's a wicked good grandpa. Give it
Give
up.
it up.
Wicked good
Give it up.
grandpa.
Good grandpa.
Right,
Right.
Check your pockets.
Right.
Nugget part.
Nugget
pocket.
Right.
Yeah, so thanks for coming on today, man.
You betcha.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Taking time
Looking
on your
for-
busy day to spend some time on here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I work today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm being
Oh.
serious.
I thought you were
No.
poking me.
No, everybody who listens to this fucking podcast has been looking forward to this. So
We
I say that. I
think
say
so.
that because nobody outside of our family listens to this thing
What did George
Yet.
Carlin call
yet.
well,
What?
we do.
white-collared criminal cocksuckers? Is that
Yes.
what,
Yes.
am I allowed to say cocksuckers?
You can
on
say
whatever
whatever
you
you want.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. iTunes already approved it when Dane was talking about foot dragons.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Counterweights.
Counterweight.
Foot dragons.
Foot dragons. Counterweights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hotel Sea-Can.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
I used to be in a Sea-Can. Now I can tow one.
Right.
One of those kind of.
Right. Yeah. One of those.
deals.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Right.
So I'm gonna add
We're
to the
talking
list.
today about white-collar crime. Does anybody
Yeah.
in the room understand what white-collar crime is?
I
Yep.
do.
I
Take
have
a
a
stab, Kirk.
I'm
decent.
gonna take a
understanding.
stab. White collar businessman sucking on a big brown dick.
Nope.
Oh.
You?
Essentially.
And no
Be-
Googling, Dane.
Essentially,
No, I understand what it is.
white collar crime versus, I guess, blue collar crime. Blue collar crime is a lot more hands on, and white collar crime would typically be more non-violent, back
behind the
roading. Behind the desk,
Fucking
using
someone over.
using legal loopholes to fuck the little guy around.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah,
Little
sort of.
guy.
I mean, it's a person that's empowered in a position of trust that fucks everybody over.
They
They become the scammers. They become
Yes.
the thieves. And if you take a look at all
That-
I seem to know, I mean, we don't hear too much about it in Canada, except for the corruption and politics we have, right? A lot of it in the States that you've seen is, well, Wolf of Wall Street,
Yep.
white collar crime,
Yep.
The guy
Valiant Pharmaceuticals.
stole
Yep.
Valiant Pharmaceuticals,
Abu-
Volkswagen,
Fucking
right?
Volkswagen.
Fucking Volkswagen.
fucking Fuckswagons.
Yes.
That's what I call them, Fuckswagans.
They're
You don't
fast,
need a
though.
Fuckswagen. No, whatever.
Nope.
Well, it's because they're trying to outrun the cops. Eh?
Yeah.
They make it quick.
Right.
Fucking cops are coming.
Right.
But anyways, you look at those people, the people that are entrusted to power. I mean, a lot of the white-collar crime has been based on positions of trust. Hedge funds.
And misuse
mutual
of that
funds.
trust. And abuse of that trust. Yes.
People would fraudulently post quarterly reports and financial reports and fiscal year-end reports so people would continue to invest even though they kept losing money.
Right.
There was a guy in France, I can't remember his name now. He was working for a bank that was worth like $50 billion.
Yeah.
And
That's a
he
lot of money.
was gambling $7 billion of investors' money
No.
when he got caught. Yes.
Dude.
In stock market, not funds.
I'm not even a part of that.
Oh.
My
Gambled
ass hurts.
it and gone. He's
That
still awaiting
is
trial.
That's fucked up.
Yep. Another
That's
guy
fucked
that had fraudulent hedge funds, he actually faked his own suicide.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
impressive.
And
That's
then
pretty
they
elaborate.
found him 4 years later and went, you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Only 4
So
years.
now he's awaiting trial. He's facing 150
Just avoiding,
years.
just avoiding
150
taxes
years.
or what the fuck?
150.
150 years in prison. You're responsible
Why
for
not
like
skill
$14 billion, man, of stolen
See,
money.
that's
Fucking
another
kill 'em.
thing I don't understand is those extended life sentence. Like, I mean, beyond anything beyond, like, call it life. Call it however long he fucking lives. Like, I mean, 150 years, come on. You know,
Well, you're not gonna fucking live that long.
700 years in prison. It's like, yeah, I get it. You're trying to emphasize the point, but just
Stab.
yeah, stay it.
Stab.
Right.
Oh, and I got 175 years.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
right.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
But the people that are entrusted with your money are, we're talking like executive bankers, we're talking investors, and I think a couple of us have the same investor for a couple of our funds.
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
It'd be the same thing. I mean,
Right.
we know the guy, we trust the guy, we get our reports, and it's from a globally traded company.
I couldn't imagine finding
couldn't
out
imagine
5
that.
years from
Nope.
now, finding out he gambled the shit away, and you're like, what
Could
the
you
fuck,
imagine?
man? Yeah.
That's how he went to Rome with his wife.
Oh,
And
right.
that's for 28 days.
Right.
And, yeah, what do you mean you paid cash for your house? Your house is like $800,000.
Right.
Some of that's mine. So I own the 4
I-
sidewalk blocks in the front.
Right. Right.
Dane owns 1 shingle. Curtis owns the downspouts.
Right. Those are my.
Those are my
Let's go
fucking
start stealing
downspouts.
them. I own them. They're mine now.
Right.
The one thing I do like, I don't want to say I admire blue collar crime more, but I mean it's more face to face.
It's
and
honest.
hands-on.
It's honest.
An
Yeah.
honest criminal. That's an
Well,
oxymoron.
yeah.
But a blue collared guy is at least going to come to you with a gun or a knife or come give you a
He has
beating
balls.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
He has the balls
Whereas
to do
a
that.
white collared guy is
A coward.
TV evangelist.
Coward.
Yeah, that's a good
TV
one.
evangelist. White collared crime.
Hallelujah.
tax-free
Holy
money,
shit. I made this guy walk.
Right?
Those
There's
old,
been enough
yeah.
people. Caught him with prostitute. Let him get his rocks off. Who cares? We're
Yeah.
talking about the money he's stealing from people, though.
Man,
Right.
that should be legal.
What movie was that?
It
Where
is
that-
illegal.
with the
No,
sho-
it should
with the
be
shower
legal.
buddy?
Oh.
That's a whole other thing. We can come back to that.
Horrible bosses, too.
Yeah, and that's white collar crime. What that guy did to them.
Oh, yeah.
Why would your buddy be in the shower with you?
Why would your dad?
Oh, yeah.
But
shower pal.
That's a very good observation there, because I mean that's exactly the white collar crime we're talking about, is the abuse of the trust and the legal loopholes to fuck the little guy.
And when the little guy gets fucked and the little guy's got to work for years and years and years and years and years to save his money for his down payment on his home, for his kids' education, a loan to renovate his home, for anything, plus he's still trying to put money away in this day and age.
Yep.
And to get fucked like that,
Yep. Fuck,
you know,
like, it's terrible.
And you wonder why people go into rage and people are, you know,
They snap, and you know what?
Sure
You know what's shitty is when.
well, that's your retirement. You have no retirement left because they stole it from you.
right. So, and the shitty thing in that, there's no retribution for that, because that
None.
money's fucking gone.
None.
You know,
How do you get it back?
You can't, like,
Turn to blue collar crime.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
That's what you got to
It's
do.
an endless
It's also the
circle.
shit that's like, if Curtis started a business and I believed in him, I own half, but I sit in the chair and do fuck all, and he goes out and builds the entire business himself, well, with the crew or whatever, and I'm collecting exactly half of what that business is worth. That's white collar. That's bullshit.
No, it's not
Well,
white
the-
collar, because if you're the one,
That you
here's
would
how
believe
business
to me.
works here.
You
Curtis has the ability. Curtis wants to start a business.
Yes.
Curtis knows the business. Curtis knows pets.
Right.
Okay, let's
Let's
go
say
for
pets.
pets. Curtis knows fish, and he knows chameleons, and he knows lizards, and he knows
I'm proud of that.
kittens, and mongooses, and birds, and everything. He knows enough to have a pet store.
Damn right.
He knows the suppliers. He knows the people. He has relationships. He has clientele. He has everything. Dane walks in the room and says, you know what? I'll tell you what. Why don't you start your own? Well, I'd like to, but I don't have the money. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the money to start your own business. I'll be your partner. I'll be your half partner. So I own half your company. Curtis says, well, why should you get half if I know it all and you know nothing about pets? And you say, because I'm the one taking the risk and giving you my cash that
Yes.
I've worked hard. You're entitled to half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. I mean, that's a fair thing.
See, and if
Okay,
it's an
so
agreement,
a little bit out of the.
If somebody invests in you out of the money they make and they have in their pocket, you owe them.
Yeah.
Because he would
What-
never be multi-chain pet store guy without you investing in him
Right.
initially.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You should be. The reason you would invest is not, well, I'm going to break even and he'll just pay me back. That's not what. That's a stupid investment because he won't make any money.
Correct.
And you're not a criminal for making money on it. At the end of the year, you go through the profits. You guys split. Say you take 50% of the profits, and then you take half. He takes half of that. The other 50% stays within the company for what's called capital.
Right.
You need an operating. You need operating costs. Right?
Well, then you
Yeah.
can go
Cover.
into that kind of shit. That's money in the bank sitting to go towards fucking repairs or upgrades,
buying new fish
or
tanks,
buying
put new
ta-
carpet
yeah.
in the front, or putting
getting
new lighting
exotic,
in the
getting an
parking
exotic
lot,
pet license or whatever. Right.
right?
Yeah.
Or opening an adult store off the back.
Right.
because You need a
Right.
little-
Right.
Gotta make that money
No,
back.
but anyways, so you get half and he gets half. So after a couple of years, Curtis is still working his bag off. Curtis is making money. You're making money, Dane, because you invested in him.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting a return on your investment. That's
Yes.
an ROI.
Right.
Without a return on investment, why would you invest?
But why?
If I wasn't making money on my investments with my investment broker, then why would I invest?
Right.
Because I'm not making money on it.
Correct. Okay.
right?
Yep.
So
I
if
get
you're
it.
not going to make money off of him, and it doesn't matter how much it is, if Curtis doesn't like it, he can buy you out.
Right.
Okay, so Curtis comes to you and says, I'll give you what you gave me to start up the business. You're like, no, the business is worth, let's say you came into the business with X. Okay, well, the business is now worth 4X.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I want 4X for it. Well, Curtis doesn't want to pay you 4X because he feels it's unfair. It's not really unfair. Without you investing in him,
It wouldn't have
he
gotten to
wouldn't
4X.
have X or 2X or 3X or 4X.
Yeah.
You deserve 3.5 to 4X. Now, as your business partner, you should be cutting him some slack when it comes to him
Right.
wanting to buy it and take it over. You're not trying to sell it to Tyler and Caitlin. You're trying to sell it back to the guy that started it all.
Right.
Cut him some slack and cut him a break.
Right.
Don't give it away for free. But I mean, be fair about it because he is the one that built it. You're
Right.
making 300, 400, 500% on your investment.
And you take
Yeah.
that,
And you've been making money over the years of taking money every year for doing absolutely nothing.
and then you know what you do when that guy, when Curtis buys it all back from you, and now he owns 100%, and you got this cash. You take that cash, reinvest with another guy trying to start a fucking motorcycle shop
So you go
or
meet up
whatever.
with Caitlin
Yeah.
and say,
Clothing company.
I hear
Right.
that you want to dabble in street pharmaceuticals. And then you become blue collar crime.
Right.
Endless circle.
And Tyler's the muscle. Tyler's got the gun.
Thad
Right.
Castle.
He's
Thad
got the
Castle.
gun.
Yeah.
He's got the gun.
Nothing.
What would you do if you found out your investments were gone from the bank?
What could I do?
Or the bank bounced a check to the person you bought your house from when you got your mortgage.
Oof.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The bank.
There'd be
bounced a
blue collar
fucking
crime
check.
going on there.
That's how it starts to get
Yeah.
people start to get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they think I could turn the corner, I could make it back. They're just like fucking gamblers.
Yeah, exactly.
It is
All he
gambling.
needs a few more months. All he needs another year. You
Well,
know, we'll get a few more investors
is the
in. We
gamble.
got
That's
more
really
investors
that's
in. We
really
got
what
money
investing
in,
is
It's
gambling.
gambling.
Everything's gambling.
It's a little more of an informative gamble, though. I mean, it's not just 52 cards. Here's your chances. It's more of you have information, you have details, and you build a relationship with the person, and then you invest with that person and with their business plan, right? I mean, you're at least informed with that kind of gamble. But
Right.
at the end of the day, the guy could fuck you, leave you hanging, and you're like, I lost all my fucking money. You know, you can try and go after him, but the guy disappears to the Cayman Islands. What the fuck are you gonna do?
It's
Go
dirty.
there.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Go there.
Go there and commit blue
The
collar.
position
Right.
of trust, and it ends up becoming a thief.
Yeah.
Or they try and muscle you. So you could walk into Curtis's pet store and say, "Hey, I want some more money," and he's going to say, "Well, no, we got operating costs. We want to repave the parking lot."
Right.
Well, I need money. So you have control of everything because you were the initial investor. Yes, you guys share the books, but then Dane gets greedy and says, "I'm going to start cooking the books."
Right.
You know, cooking the books is falsifying information.
Yep.
Right? So what you're trying to do is steal money from Curtis. So you're
Without
cooking the
people
books.
finding out.
So you literally throw it in the microwave for a little while, you start stealing some cash, and then before you know it, you're stealing more cash from him. So that after 2 or 3 years go by, his company's starting to sewer. He doesn't have enough capital in it because you've been stealing, and he's not understanding where his money's going because you've been falsifying the records for him. He doesn't understand it. He says, "I'm going to go somewhere else and get someone to look at the books because I think my
Yeah.
partner's fucking me." He takes it somewhere else to get an audit done. He goes through an audit, like the whole procedure of it. They come back and they say, "Well, Dane's been stealing from you for 3 fucking years."
Yeah.
White collar crime.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the victim.
Yep.
Blue collar
can't say
people
that.
are usually the victims in white collar crime.
Right.
White collar crime don't think they're really hurting anybody. Well, it's not their fucking money to begin with. Because you're in a position of power and a position of trust, you decide to betray that trust.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Money can do a lot of things.
But that's why it's
Oh, fuck yeah.
that's why it's really important to, when you're going through these business transactions and these agreements, it's very important to have a lawyer on your side to review every document you sign and make sure everything's ironclad and you're not getting fucked. Because again, blue collar guys, not a whole lot of guys understand that talk. You know, they'll just be like, "Oh, I'm excited." You know, yeah, I'm excited on a 50-50 partnership. Shake the hands, and this guy buried, and then Dane buried some loophole on Curtis in the fucking fine print that he didn't see because he doesn't understand the lawyer speak.
You need
and
a
now
lawyer.
down, oh yeah,
need
and
a
then down the
lawyer.
road he gets fucked.
If you're ever thinking that you could trust somebody without a lawyer in
No.
business, there is no trust in business. You
No.
need a fucking lawyer, and that lawyer's worth every penny.
Yep.
Legal expenses are a tax deduction.
Right.
Yep. I get
Utilize it.
Knowledge.
It's consultation. You think about it for your business. Consultation for your business is a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing your will or you're doing this, I mean, that's not tax deductible, but
That's
it
personal
related
shit.
to the business, it's a total tax deduction.
Absolutely.
It's totally worth it. Could you imagine when you bought your home, Dane, if you didn't use a lawyer?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you going to sit through all that and read it and try and interpret it?
No, I would have
never in a
signed it
million
at the
years.
end.
Yeah.
Whereas a lawyer looks at it like, has anybody ever come to you and said, just sign this piece of paper, we'll throw it in your
Yeah.
file?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking read it.
You know what it kind of is though, in a weird way. Think of terms and conditions.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what it is.
exactly what you're
Nobody
doing.
fucking reads.
Did you read the terms and conditions? Well, I browsed them. I mean, well, you fucking signed saying you read them and you
Yeah,
understand
You say
them.
agree,
and you
therefore.
initialed that little
Are
box.
you 18? Yes.
They have a South
Right.
Liar.
They have a
Pornhub.
You're
South Park
watching.
episode about that, about accepting terms and services agreement or
He
whatever.
even sent to iPad
And then they all agreed, and they turned them into this big human centipede
that charged an iPad.
that charged an iPad or whatever. But they're like, "Well, you agreed to this." Like, well, nobody reads it.
Nobody.
Yeah.
They made a whole entire episode about it. It
Right.
was
That's cool.
Yeah. But I mean, it makes it proves the point.
It
You
does.
know?
Yeah.
It really does. Like those terms and conditions. I mean, I don't fucking read them either.
Okay.
You know
Who's
what?
gonna spend
I've
5
started
hours to read through that shit?
I've started to.
How many people have ever
wanna
read
die.
the terms and conditions at our place of business?
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. They're not in fine print. They're in bold print, and they're explained.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. That's why you
Hashtag
drive
no
out to
lawyer
site and meet
needed.
with your client and
Right.
do your
Yeah.
thing. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
An example. I got a question for you guys.
Yep.
Okay, white collar or blue collar?
In regards
The
to
former owner of BlackBerry, the guy that developed BlackBerry, that was executed in Toronto this week. Okay,
Was he white or blue?
executed?
Oh,
okay,
that's
I'll
blue.
give you
What
the
was-
scenario
yeah.
again. Okay, the guy's walking home 11:30 at night. A silver four-door Mercedes is parked on the side. The guy goes walking by. The passenger gets out of the car, walks up behind him, shoots him in the back of the head, gets in the Mercedes, and they drove away. Is that white collar or
White.
blue
Okay,
collar?
that'd be both, wouldn't it?
Hang on. There's details to that story that make it 100% white collar.
Right.
But the crime being committed.
No. The crime.
action
hang on.
of the crime.
No. So it's not the action of the crime. It's the. Okay. So you got he's the ex CEO of BlackBerry, or he ex CEO of BlackBerry. Okay. So he's a high value target for anybody who wants to do something to any sort of damage. Right.
Matthew Steakhouse.
So then, what pulled up, and the guy got out of a white 4-door Mercedes.
Silver.
Silver.
Whatever.
Well, yeah,
A
whatever.
four-door
A
Mercedes.
4-door Mercedes.
White.
That's another one, white collar. 3, he walked up behind him, shot him in the head, got back in the car and left.
Yep.
Didn't take the wallet, didn't show signs of a struggle, nothing like that. White collar crime. He was
Shot
at-
him in the head.
And what
It was a
it?
higher
Yeah.
hit.
And hang on,
Executed
and what,
from behind.
And what was he in the middle of developing? Like a kind of like a Facebook type of thing, but
It was
revolutionary
it
or
was.
something like that.
I'll try and find the name of
Yeah.
it, but I can't remember the name of it right now.
So I mean,
That-
if
yeah.
it was a blue collar crime, I would have said, okay, maybe the guy's pulled up in a Chevette and the guy got out with half a ripped ski mask and a shitty little knife and tried to make it look like a fucking robbery, or maybe the guy
Vleepo.
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 They
Sound
did it.
Vleepo, a messaging app company, which has the headquarters in Toronto and in Greece.
So this is obviously a
They
hit.
did it out in the open.
This is obviously a hit.
They wanted
me,
people to know
100%.
what happened.
To me,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know
the
what?
action of a blue collared crime, but I believe just
100%
reading what I
white-collar.
read. Okay, I don't know the
Right,
guy or anything,
right.
You know, but that to me is totally stinks a white collar crime.
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Because the guy's going to develop something, he's going to be successful again. Somebody walks up and goes, "Yeah, fuck you, you're taking Facebook."
Yeah. And you know
pops
what?
him in the head.
We're talking about
I am
the
Facebook.
white collar guy sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
Who do you think shot him? It wasn't the guy who planned the fucking hit.
No.
He got a couple low-level guys to
It
do
was
it.
the crackhead for
Yeah.
$5,000 at downtown Regina.
Exactly.
That's what that is.
Exactly.
You can solve a lot of problems with $5K.
Yeah.
And a rock,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
That's a big
but I
rock.
mean,
But yeah,
Big
seriously
crack
though,
rock, I mean.
it wasn't the white collar guy who wanted him dead. It was the guy who he said, "Here, go do this. Here's $5,000," and exactly it.
this is going
Throw
to
a
be
ski
bad
mask-
for business.
Yeah.
Go
So
shoot
much-
this guy in the head.
Yeah.
How much do you think it is to get a hit on someone?
I
Go on the
don't
dark web
even
and-
fucking
What
talk
city?
about it. Don't even talk about that.
What
shit.
city?
See here, Regina.
10 grand.
I don't
Really?
even think so.
There's
We're,
enough
we're pretty
hit
low
there.
level.
You
here.
I'm talking
You could walk
professional
down
hit.
fifth with 1,000 cash and say, "Go kill somebody,"
You
and they
could
do
find
it.
someone for 10 G's to do it here. I'm
Oh
sure.
fuck, Fifth
Come
Ave.
on.
You go down Fifth Ave,
We're in a
you'll find
recession,
somebody.
guys.
I'm
You
talking
might get one for
professional.
8.
You got somebody.
I'm
professional
talking
hit.
professional. Like no one's gonna fucking.
Is the
know
guy
a single
famous?
thing.
Or is he a nobody?
There's nobody in this
Is he
city who
famous?
could do that.
Well, you know what I mean. Hey, I contacted this fucking guy. He's gonna come down here and kill this guy. How much would that be?
Well, first of all, you shouldn't talk about that.
Right.
Disclaimer:
Second of
I don't
all-
want anyone dead. There you
Right.
go.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was saying.
So
That's
hypothetically,
Yes.
I bet you can get someone done here for 10.
somebody high level
Cheap.
professional hit though.
don't
But
know.
if you wanted a professional hit on, say,
Let's say
an executive white-collared person
You're-
that's famous,
100,000?
it'll cost you a lot more. than that.
100,000, probably.
Maybe more.
If not
depends.
more.
The higher the risk, the higher the dollar. Obviously.
But anyways, away from that. Thanks for bringing that up, Kurt.
Yeah, thanks, Kurt.
Now we're gonna be fucking
hey,
targets.
hey, if the FBI listens to it, that's one more view.
Yeah, and if they listen to it, they're gonna tell their boss, and then they're gonna say their kid, "Oh, babe, go listen to him. Just give it a listen. It's weird." And then guess what? We'll be told that we're in a scandal, and then we're just gonna go through the roof.
I would rather have blue-collar crime than white-collar crime.
I'd rather
White-collar
someone.
crime. Okay, what about the bankers,
I'd
the
rather have
white-collar
none.
crime that launder the money of
PLP.
like Scarface?
Right. If there wasn't any of that,
Right.
a lot of the blue collar crime would fucking go
Yep.
down for sure.
Why do you think a lot of criminals would just bury their money?
Right?
Hide it
Besides
in
the
the
Can't,
mattress.
paranoia.
they're not gonna. They don't want to get fucked by the white collar guys.
Yeah.
Hide it
The
in the
difference
mattress.
For
I'm just
me,
gonna bury it in the ground, and then I gotta
Right.
go
You
get
don't
it 3
take
years later,
money.
and it's rotted.
Yep.
You know,
For
lost
me,
their money.
when I
Isn't
look
that
at-
what happened to Escobar?
I don't
He
recall.
buried his money everywhere, and then when he went to go get it, or
he forgot.
his henchman or whatever
Yeah.
went to go get it, his fucking money was all rotten.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fucking crazy.
The thing that
Let's bury it on a floodplain.
Yeah.
for me, what separates them from me is blue collar. Someone will come up to you and they'll fucking kill you straight out, stab you, shoot you, whatever, straight to the point. White collar wants to
Throw a
see
hammer
you
through
suffer.
your windshield and hit you in the head.
Well,
White collar to me wants to fucking I took all your money. Guess what? Go fuck yourself.
See, blue collar though, I don't think the murders in blue collar are on purpose. Like the guy, hang on, they want your money, they want your wallet, they want your credit card, they want you whatever.
Escalated
Yeah,
situation.
Right. It's usually escalated situations where the guy tries to defend himself and the guy fucking, oh shit, I just shot this dude and fucking runs away. You know what I mean? It's not a bang, you're dead, and that's it, and the guy walks away.
yeah,
That's
what they came for.
What? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
right,
they
yeah.
want your shit. They want to break in your house and steal your TV. Well, you know what I mean? It's not like the planned white collar shit.
Okay, telemarketers that call your house
Fuck
and they
them.
want your credit card
Fucking
number.
thieves.
White collar or blue collar?
White collar, 100%.
I don't know.
Blue collar because they don't know what
They're
they're
not
doing.
in a trusted position though.
Somebody
Well,
hacked
hang
your
on.
Facebook.
If you give them your credit card number, you're trusting them. That is
I'm
a
in
trusted.
your
You're
computer
trusting
right
them
now.
with your credit card number. Blue collar would be if some guy came in my house, stole my wallet while I was sleeping, and used my credit card somewhere else.
That
Trying
is
so
one
hard to
good
not
guy.
talk
I would
with an
call him
accent
white collar.
right now to simulate some phone calls I get.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though
Can we
everybody
speak
would.
to the owner of the business?
I'm
Which one?
calling from the Revenue Agency of Canada. Oh, never heard of you.
Yeah.
You owe us taxes.
Right.
Hello? Yeah,
Right.
go fuck yourself.
I had a phone call like that earlier this year, and I
Did
like,
you? Oh, yeah,
I
you
was like,
did.
hey Keith, and he's like, don't fucking worry about it. They're not gonna call you. They'll come knock on your door if you owe them
Well,
money.
they'll send you a letter, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and not only that, like, what did the guy say? There was a warrant out for your arrest and shit. I'm like, okay, did they tell you your first and last name? No. Did they tell you what your crime was? No. Well, then that's not real. You know, they're trying to scare you to get you to pay them. Like, oh, but if you pay us $500, we'll remove the warrant and go away. It's like, that's not how the justice system works. They're just trying to scare people.
We talked about this about computer viruses.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You
Yeah.
you pay us, and a warrant will go away. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not how the fucking
Another
thing works.
example. Musicians or
Ooh.
like famous musicians
Yeah.
or actors committing crimes of the impaired driving, manslaughter, that kind of thing, and only doing 6 months in jail. How the fuck does that work?
How do you get
that's
six?
Bureaucracy.
bureaucracy and
Yeah.
abuse of their position of power.
But hang on. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
I know people personally who have killed people and gotten away with it.
How so?
I thought you just worked on cars.
No
It's,
license,
you know.
drunk,
Yeah.
speeding in a school zone, hit somebody, pinned him up against a fence and killed him.
Oh.
Backed up, drove away, got let off.
How?
No.
Yeah.
But like legally.
Like, dude,
went through the
yeah,
system and
went through
everything.
everything. 9 months house arrest.
Holy fuck.
Went off house arrest. He left his
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
He went out drinking, underage, driving, crashed his car. Nothing. Back to just slap on the wrist. He's back home again.
Oh my god.
Someone needs to
Where's
go
the fucking
kick
justice?
the crap out of that guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, this is like a girl at our school got killed by this dude.
Fuck, man, that's terrible.
Fucked.
I went
And
to school with a guy that I think I told you guys the story before. The young fellow that I knew that I went to school with, and he was drinking and driving, 19, 20 years old, and he killed a guy and his fiance on the underpass on Vic Avenue.
Holy
And then
fuck.
20 years later, I actually met her dad.
Oh,
It was
really?
total
Yeah.
by fluke.
I
Total by
remember
fluke.
that story.
Albert.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And that guy that actually killed the people, he tried to say sorry, tried to go back time after time after time, every year or every few months or whatever it was. He ended up killing himself. He couldn't live with himself.
See, that's
After he
that's
sobered up and
terrible,
got his
man.
shit together, he just said, I can't believe I took a life. And
That's
made a bad
terrible.
Yeah, he ended up doing that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So what kind of crime is that? Blue or white?
Well, that's a blue. That's a
Yeah.
blue collar crime.
Yeah.
See, and that's shitty because there was no intent to
Yeah.
hurt anybody, but it happened anyways.
Kind of like Curtis.
What?
Did somebody actually hit your truck?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fucking wish
I'm
I
just
was
saying,
lying.
I don't see any abrasions on the tires and the running board's still intact, but
The running board is
We'll
stretched
let
out. What are you
SGI
talking
and
It's
the
like
police
Curtis gets
solve that
sick of
one.
his vehicle, so he fucking crashes it.
yeah. Alero.
Oh shit!
Sunfire.
Whoa.
Man, don't go into too much detail here. He got quasi.
Oh, he got fucked
He-
on
oh,
that
yeah.
Sunfire deal.
He did. Oh,
Yeah.
that parking lot.
Because the guy didn't speak English.
See,
And the judge felt sorry for him.
See, and how's that justice?
You did get fucked.
Yeah.
How's that justice?
White collar, blue collar crime.
So
Oh, that's political.
Brown.
that's total political.
Total political
Brown.
Brown collar.
statement. Yeah, like call it a brown collar. Yeah. You're not allowed. Excuse me, sir. You're not allowed to ask him a question.
You can
Yeah,
ask
that's
a question.
what-
and
yes
say
or
yes
no.
or
what
no.
the fuck am I doing in your courtroom then?
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to question him.
The funny thing was, he said you
Jesus.
can't only ask him a question that ends with yes or no, and Ed asked him that question, and then the judge got mad at him.
And then he got mad and said, one more time, he's kicking me out. And then we sat there and Curtis whispered, this is fucking bullshit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe he said that a little loud, but
What's he gonna do? Go against me? He already did.
Yeah.
he did.
Hold you in contempt of court.
Do it.
Oh, I know
Small
another
claims
one.
court. Fuck off.
I know another one. I don't know her personally, but I know of her. She ran over an old lady on Louvain, killed her. She died in the hospital, right? So
Oh
brain
my
damage,
God.
dead in the hospital. She was under the influence, driving,
Underage.
speeding.
Is that the one that you met and took home, Kurt?
Ew. No.
I hope not.
Oh.
Anyway, she got let off.
Jeez,
She didn't
man.
no jail, no nothing. No
The-
overnight in court. No.
Let me understand this. Curtis had sex with a murderer?
What?
What?
That's
Huh?
not the same girl.
I sure
Oh,
hope. I sure
oh,
My
hope
bad.
not.
Sorry,
Different
I
one.
missed that.
Different
Not
one.
the same
Must
girl.
have been the headphones.
Right.
Seriously.
That's fucked up.
Speeding, everything. Fucking killed her. And left the scene.
So what was her crime? House arrest?
No, nothing. Zero. Back to work Monday shit.
Dude. Fines? Tickets, obviously.
Obviously she would have had to go to court and shit. But no, nothing happened. She went back to work Monday.
When I was a
That's
teenager,
fucked
a
up.
friend of my dad's was like drunk because
Yeah.
they were drunks and alcoholics.
It's the 70s.
He was, well, the 80s.
Oh,
I'm not
80s,
that fucking old. So anyways, the guy was driving down Dudney Avenue and he was drunk and he ran someone over and killed him. But he kept driving. Like he was pretty
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
So he got to our place and he he staggered in the house and, him and my dad are talking, having a beer or whatever. And then my dad looks outside and saw the front of his car was like fucked. In front of it like a station wagon. And this guy was a chartered accountant in Regina.
Oh, shit.
Professional. Yeah. So anyways, and then we hear on the news, a hit and run, a black station wagon, killed the man, Dudney Avenue, and my dad's putting the pieces together
Yeah.
going, oh no. Like, oh no.
No shit.
So pulled his car out of the driveway, parked his friend's car in the driveway so the nose was facing in. People couldn't see it and they were trying to figure it out. He's going like, you got to fucking come clean on this, man. Like you can't.
No kidding.
You know what I mean? Long story short, he got charged. He went to jail. I think he only got 3 years for that. Vehicular manslaughter. I think he only got 3 years,
Oh,
2.5
fuck.
years.
Well, at least he did something.
But he
though.
fucking killed somebody.
That's
Yeah,
fucked.
the
that's
pedestrian didn't ask to get killed by a drunk
That's not
driver.
murder, but that's manslaughter.
Oh, and
That
it was
should
in a
be 10 to
pedestrian
15.
crosswalk, if I remember correctly.
So
Blinking light, pedestrian crosswalk.
I used to see a girl. She was driving home one day and she was in a left turning lane and waiting at a red light, and some dude coming from the oncoming blew that fucking red light because he was texting and driving. Ended up swerving, hit her fucking head on.
Is that when you get your license and you had your BlackBerry?
No,
Oh,
no,
different
not that
time.
one. This different.
It was
time.
a it was a Palm or a
But-
PDA.
but-
or
Palm
whatever.
Trio.
Palm Trio.
Palm Trio. Yeah, sorry.
But anyways,
Is that when you got hit in your probe?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
A different time.
Oh, dang, that's a little personal, don't you think?
He got hit with the
Hit with
probe.
the probe. So anyways, this guy hits her head on. The fucking whole dash and everything comes in, crushes and breaks both her legs. And like I don't.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was brutal, terrible. She made a pretty good recovery though, but I mean, still, it's how I getting to punishments and stuff. I don't know what this guy's punishment was, whether it was fucking rehab or fucking not allowed to phone or whatever. But no, she that goes with the whole. She didn't ask to get hit by that fucking guy, but she still has to go through all this shit.
Yep.
You know what I
You gotta
mean?
live with it.
It's not like she was texting and driving and fucking broke her legs because she hit a tree. Like, it's terrible. Drunk drivers are taking the drunk drivers texting and driving are taking that chance and not just endangering themselves. They're fucking endangering other people who have in no way, shape, or form anything related with them at all.
I see.
And then they want to legalize marijuana. Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, there's our fucking
Yeah, fuck.
fucking gay government. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Trudeau. You're a
yes.
pussy. Next case.
Yeah.
There's white collar
Bang!
fucking
Gavel's
crime.
done.
How do
Yeah.
you know that cocksucker ain't being paid off?
He probably is.
Trudeau.
Probably is.
Hey,
Fuck
did
that
you see
prick.
that video of
His
somebody
dad?
slipping him a 50?
No.
Yeah, they slipped him a 50 and they tried
have
to
been
do
for
it
the
so
handy.
discreet, and then he slipped it in his pocket.
Must have been for the handy in
That's
the
funny. He
bathroom.
doesn't make enough. He doesn't make enough money as a fucking prime minister.
I
Somebody
can't
slips him a
remember
50.
what the context
gas
behind the
motor.
video was, but yeah, they slipped him a 50 and it was he like slowed it down, zoomed in. It was a $50 bill.
Really?
Fucked.
I know this.
Maybe that was just the toilet paper he uses.
Oh, maybe.
You know.
One of my good friends.
Tissue paper.
One of my good friends, the day or two after he graduated, coming back from one of his friend's house, driving home, he's got his quad behind him on a trailer. Everything's
Did he get hit by a
registered, everything's
Focus?
fine. He got hit by a drunk driver who was rear-ended him, totaled off his truck, his trailer, his quad, and then he had to leave the next day to go to the fucking States for a trip.
Oh.
And the guy got what? Fucking nothing. Like nothing at all. Like SGI just went, "Oh, don't do that again. Your license is gone. That's it." Fucking near broke. Like he broke what? What's that? Yeah, that was it.
What?
Because the guy had no insurance.
Oh.
So hang on. That's bullshit too, right? But if he wanted his money back, he'd have to sue him for it.
Yep.
To get his deductible back.
And this guy just went to the States, so you'd have to chase him and find him. It's out of the country.
Fuck's
I wonder if they had to pay a tariff when criminals cross the fucking border.
Oh, maybe it's an import.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's white collar crime.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck's
I don't
sakes.
understand what's going on with that. I'm a little
So
behind.
steel and aluminum, a lot of the steel and aluminum in the U.S. comes from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump, the
The president of the United States.
president of the United States said, whatever his name is, Donald Trump said, we're gonna implement a tariff. Anybody hauling aluminum and steel to the States from Canada, a Canadian product, has to pay 25% of the sale price as a tariff for you to bring it into the country.
25%.
25%.
So on $1 million
So
order,
know
you
the
got to
pipe-
pay $250,000
You know, a
extra.
lot of the Keystone pipeline that went in,
Yeah.
the pipe was made here locally
Yeah.
at our mills. So when that pipe crossed the border, it's gone. It doesn't matter now. But if that pipe was going across today, right?
25%.
25, add 25%. So if it was a $75 million deal, add 25% to the sale price, not
Yeah.
the cost or worth of good.
Yeah.
It's the sale price.
On
So-
our end.
So, well, you know what?
We
Canadian
have to
side.
pay it to sell it
Yeah.
to the
Yes,
States.
yes.
Oh my
The
God.
tariff is an introduction of a tax or a fee, not necessarily a penalty, but it's a fee you have to pay the States in order to do business with them.
Yes.
So Trudeau says, "Oh yeah, here's what we're gonna do July 1st."
Tariff on the States.
Yeah, but
To-
we don't
yeah.
buy a lot of stuff from the States.
On
We
what?
really don't.
On what?
Oh, I'd have to look at the list.
He did the same thing: aluminum, steel, aluminum, zinc, and other.
Trudeau
there was other.
implements tariff as of Canada Day, so I think he's making a point of it being Canada
Right.
Day. But I mean, when you cut off trades and shit like that, that causes
dude.
fucking war.
Mexico did the same shit to the states too, eh?
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
the-
Yeah. But no, they did. They said, you know what?
Extra
Fuck
10
you. You guys
pesos.
want to do that?
Right.
Well,
here's
yeah.
here's a loony.
Yeah.
Keep the
Yeah.
change. Yeah,
so
That
that's
is-
terrible though.
Oh no.
it is terrible.
This
but I
is
mean, that's
bad.
what it is bad. This is how wars start, man.
Yep.
Who cut off the trading with China?
Donald Trump.
I didn't-
World War II. Back in the
Oh.
day, do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you're okay. I'm not that old either. Did you go to fucking school?
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
I'm wrong.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
I really
I thought
don't.
there was also trade issues with China as well. That's why they got mad and came and bombed
It's
everybody or
just
something.
good
There might have been.
business.
It's not good business, little guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
East India Trading Company.
Yeah.
U.S. imports to Canada that may be subject to 25% tariffs.
That's disgusting.
Iron and non-alloy steel and ingots or other primary forms. Semi-finished products of iron and non-alloy.
You mean aluminium?
Aluminium. Where does she go now?
Flat rolled products of more steel.
Basically,
Bars
anything
and
steel.
rods.
No,
hot
but you're
rolled-
talking about what the states are tariff on us.
This
Yes.
is, what is it? U.S.
What is
imports
Trudeau
to,
gonna
U.S.
do?
imports to Canada that may be subject to 25% tariffs.
I'm
Oh.
taxing you on Maynard Swedish berries.
Sour Patch
Wire.
Sour Patch Kids.
Hit him with maple syrup. Hit him with a maple syrup tariff.
Why? It just gets
See,
stolen.
there's
Dude.
fucking crime.
There you
okay,
go.
the maple
I
syrup conglomerate.
I still
white
can't.
collar, blue
fuck-
collar.
White collar.
dude.
That I
Is
still
that
can't
not-
believe. I still can't believe
Oh,
that's a
that'd be
thing.
good
Dude.
thing.
Here's some.
And I live here.
Here's the U.S.
Planning a heist?
That's
Yeah.
organized
That-
crime. See, organized
that's
crime
blue.
to me. What do you consider organized
That'd
crime?
be blue.
I don't consider it white collar.
That's blue.
Organized crime is
They're
blue.
stealing it
Like
to
the
resell
Goodfellas.
it.
Like Goodfellas. That's blue.
That's blue collar.
fucking
That's blue collar. That's a good
collar.
point.
Oh yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But it's a fucking bottle of syrup, dude. It's
Right.
not like crack or anything.
Right.
Who
Could you
the
imagine
fuck- I don't like
the-
maple
the-
syrup that
could
much.
you
Give me Aunt
imagine-
Jemima. I don't
Right.
give a shit.
If the plot of Goodfellas was the maple syrup.
the maple syrup ice. The Quebec maple syrup ice.
wanted to be a gangster.
U.S. imports to Canada may be subject to 10% tariffs. Yogurt,
10%
Coffee.
because he's got no balls.
Right.
Coffee.
yogurt,
Fuck off.
coffee, prepared meals.
TV dinners?
Yeah.
Hungry men.
Anything that comes in specifically
Hungry Jesse.
designed defined mixtures other than in cans or glass jars. Prepared meals.
That's hitting 'em
maple
hard,
syrup,
too.
Maple
Fucking
syrup and
pussy.
maple sugar.
Maple syrup.
Licorice.
Oh, good.
Coffee, sugar confectionery.
Oh, but that was-
chocolate.
But that's coming
Pizza.
here.
That's coming here.
we don't buy any of that shit.
Yeah.
That's
No,
we
this
got
is
that.
U.S. imports to Canada that may be subject to 10%.
Right, but we don't. we
U.S.
don't.
to Canada.
Yeah, but we don't get maple syrup from them.
Oh,
They get maple syrup from us.
Yeah.
Then
sing
why the fuck
backwards.
say U.S. imports to Canada?
I don't know.
Maybe they're trying to buy it back from the criminals.
We don't have any more because they
Anyways.
stole it all.
Whiskeys, hair liqueurs. What the fuck? Shaving shit, like pre-shave,
Oh,
after
you know
shave.
what? Import beer to them from like Canadian beer.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Plywood. I don't know. I don't understand the news.
Well, yeah, way to hit him in the fucking gut there, Trudeau, you
Yeah.
pussy. Jesus Christ.
yeah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah,
My
we're
dad's
gonna
better
do
than
too.
your dad.
He's such a dick.
Trump
I don't know.
Trump
I don't follow
tariffed like a
this.
multi-billion-dollar industry, and we're
Hey.
just like, oh, maple syrup and Hungry Man.
If Trump and Trudeau had a cock off, who'd win?
I don't know,
Trudeau. Trump
man.
and Trudeau
I'd
had
say
a cock-off.
Trudeau.
Trudeau's thin, and you couldn't see Donald Trump's dick. So
Yeah, I'd say Trudeau probably.
Really? You
Yeah.
think Trudeau would beat
Well,
Trump
look
in
at
a cock
Trump.
off?
Look at Trump. Just because he's American doesn't mean he's got a
got-
big dick.
Yeah, he could be packing heat. Look at his wives.
Right.
You know? Like,
That's true. Well, he's got money. No, actually, no, he doesn't. He's in fucking debt. Never mind.
oh,
No, he's in.
white collar crime. Maybe he's got more money than you think.
Maybe.
got a fuck ton
Cooking
of
the
money.
books.
He's got so much money. He said he doesn't even want the salary for being president.
That's what he says.
That's chump
That's
change
what
to
he
him.
says.
Like him or not, he's a successful businessman.
No, he's not. He's
Oh,
very.
come on.
He's very, very poor.
I think
very
he says
poor.
his dad was.
His dad was.
His dad was, and
yeah.
he passed everything down, and he's shutting down business after week after week.
just from what we read in the media.
Yes.
I disagree with the tariff, though. I think
Yeah.
he's fucking causing problems.
Yep.
And our Prime Minister of Canada,
Poking the
I'm
bear.
so embarrassed. He's a fucking pussy. They need someone smart and power with the set of balls.
You know what? I
ISIS runs across the fucking front lawn and breaks into like the Prime Minister's house, whatever it's called, the greenhouse or
Yeah.
the fucking whatever.
Like-
greenhouse.
well, it's a pot smoking place,
Oh, right,
The
right,
fucking
right.
greenhouse.
Right.
And he's picking fights with Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
You don't fucking do that. Kim Jong Un's like,
he's crazy.
he's just fingering the fucking
Maybe
button.
he's one of our viewers.
He's
just-
red collar or white collar?
he's playing with the hymen
What
of
would
the
you
red
call him?
button.
He's white collar crime because he's a political figure.
Right.
Right. Curtis,
No.
Jesus, Curtis.
I hereby agree nor endorse what Curtis just said.
Right.
I do.
We're putting a tariff
just
on
put a-
that.
Putting a tariff on.
Put a good old blank on it.
Boing.
We're gonna tax you on it.
Right.
Christ.
But no, yeah, that fucking yeah.
Sounds like someone threw
He-
change at the ground.
With the whole nuclear peace deal that they were going through, and then
tiki,
Trump
no
backs out
laundry.
last minute, it's like, what the fuck?
I think he just talks himself till he's pinched in a corner
Yeah.
and then he's stuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got some serious issues going on in that area.
Yeah. I'm just glad I don't live.
We
in the
only
States.
know what the media tells us. Once
that.
again,
You know
right?
what? That's the unfortunate thing is now the trust with the fucking media. What kind of crime is that when they only tell you
Fox
what they
News.
want you to
Fuckbook.
know?
Like,
Fucking
you can't
Fox
watch
News.
The View and think you know what's going on
Yeah.
in the fucking country
Or
because you got
Fo-
five dykes.
BuzzFeed.
or
Five
Fox
dykes
News,
hammering it
or
out,
BuzzFeed,
right?
or Fox News.
And
or,
I know
Fuck
it's got to be
BuzzFeed.
five dykes because Whoopi fucking Goldberg's on there.
Yeah, it's at least one day.
I don't think even a woman wants to be.
That's my
Big
opinion.
Lesbian mule.
Right.
Jeez, can't put your fingers in the dike.
Fingers on a dike, man.
Fingers on a dike, man.
Sounds like Tony Montana, a political refugee
Here's the
From
thing.
Cuba.
from Cuba.
Fuck Facebook.
Yeah, Mark Fuckerberg.
Even though they advertise us, fuck them.
You saw that.
Why fuck Facebook?
When they were interrogating him there, they're like, "Would you mind telling us what hotel you stayed in last night? I would not be comfortable telling you that. Do you mind telling us where you ate every day this week? I don't feel comfortable telling you that." Well, maybe that's.
Who are they asking?
They're asking Mark Zuckerberg to tell them that.
because the whole thing with
Oh,
Facebook
I
is a
do remember
private.
that.
The whole
The
thing with
Privacy
Facebook is a
Act.
privacy issue, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like
Maybe that's what this whole thing is about.
Facebook and all these free social media things. They're selling your information to advertisers.
Yeah.
Right, and your advertisers are paying them so they can keep operating.
White collar
and blah, blah,
crime.
But right, but I mean the amount of info they have on you is fucking insane.
They have a profile of everybody in
Yeah.
this room.
yeah.
Everybody in this world
Right.
who is involved on
Who's on
social
Facebook?
media.
LinkedIn, same
Internet.
shit.
What do you think Siri's doing right now? Do you think Siri's
Masturbating.
actually listening?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know what? I can
Hey,
attest.
Siri.
Hang on.
Are you masturbating?
Let's talk about you.
Whoa, Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
She didn't say no.
Okay,
didn't say
so
no.
so
She's
uh,
fucking
That's
listening.
the introduction.
I
That's
thought,
my point.
See, I thought that this whole they're listening to you through your microphones. I thought it was all bullshit until I witnessed it firsthand. I was talking with someone about this product that you mount to your mic stand when you're playing, and it actually keeps like a tempo for you. But it was something I had never discussed with anyone before. This is the first conversation I was having because I never knew about it. She brought it up, and we started talking about it. Not bullshitting you. 20 minutes later, I came across an ad on Facebook for this product. And I'd never typed it, I'd never searched it, and I never talked about it with anybody except for that fucking moment.
A little bit too much of a coincidence.
Hey, Ed,
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were looking for a new office chair?
Me?
Yeah.
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 Which time?
The most recent one.
Oh, okay.
On Leanne's computer, because I imagine she maybe did some ordering for you or something.
she had.
Yep.
On the computer was your exact chair that you were talking about and that you searched that she searched up for you as an ad.
Well, I fucking told her where it was and what it looked like.
But it was an ad.
But
Yeah.
that's a little
But
different.
the ad gathered
on a
the
compl-
ad gathered the information.
I was talking about getting the dental work done, and I was talking to Shayna's mom about how much it would cost and this and that, about how and the procedure. I was going through Facebook and I was going through Instagram, ads for dental work.
Yeah,
No
fucked up.
No bullshit.
Fucked up.
well, I'd hate to see what comes up on my phone sometimes.
Well, you don't have Facebook, so you're probably
Nope,
you know what
I
I mean.
don't.
But he's got Instagram.
Yeah,
And part of the reason I don't have Facebook is I don't have time.
yeah.
I have an Instagram account, and I mean, dude, I bet you haven't looked at it in a couple weeks.
right.
Except for that guy that flipped that fucking dude buggy. What a
Oh,
retard.
dude, that guy. Yeah, that's pretty
I
bad.
shouldn't say the R word. I apologize.
That's okay.
Artard.
That's wrong too.
But no,
It's like butter tarts without the topping.
so you know what? I'd rather
feelings.
and you know what? I'd rather pay $10. I'd rather pay $10 a year for them not to collect that fucking data.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give. I
Absolutely.
don't want ads. I don't want that shit. I don't want you to fucking. But you know what? The shitty thing is, I still have Facebook.
This guy likes dogs, and he watches an awful lot of pornography.
Let's recommend a fleshlight and this German Shepherd ad.
right.
There you go.
Do you guys remember when a local organized crime unit, how can I say it, became more active about 20 years ago in Regina?
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm always for it
Yep.
because it kept the low-key nickel and dime crime gangbangers
Yes.
from doing their shit. Because
Yes.
they actually helped keep them in line.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's the only. Yeah.
A lot of the
For
little
the
bullshit
community.
petty crimes went way down almost instantly.
Yep.
And that's because you had muscle looking after
Real muscle.
Real
Yeah.
muscle
Real
looking
muscle.
after.
And, you know, it was like an old school mafia in the sense of, yeah, they did what they wanted. Yeah, they did their illegal shit. But at the same time, they didn't give shit to people who didn't deserve it, I guess.
You don't fuck with them. They don't fuck with
Yeah,
you.
you don't fuck with
exploit
them, they don't fuck
themselves
with you.
and
If
do
they-
it in public like that.
Right.
They see a guy across the street just bought a new Corvette. They're not going to go take it.
Right.
That's
just
not
because.
what they're about.
No.
They can go buy their own. They can buy 10 of them. if
No,
they want
what
to.
they'll do is they get the guy that bought the Corvette hooked on cocaine,
then they
and
give
then they'll
them the
just take it
Corvette.
from him.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
they
that
owe
makes
money.
sense.
Right. But
I have a question for you. If you go with somebody, this is a different topic, of course. If you go with somebody that is, how could I say it? Somebody's in debt to somebody else for drugs, okay? And he has to go claim his money, but the guy doesn't have money. And you go with him to go help collect the cash and or goods. Blue collar, white collar.
Blue.
Totally blue collar.
totally blue.
There's nothing
Totally
white about
blue.
that. Oh
Totally
no.
blue. You said the W word.
What? What?
What?
What?
Nothing. Keep
Huh?
going. Keep going.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay, well, we'll trust him. We'll
Just trust
him.
me.
Say
Just
nothing.
keep going.
His
Okay.
dick must be stinging again.
No.
There's something wrong. Again with the burning dick.
Feels like
Yeah.
a jellyfish just bit my cock.
But no, the safest places in the city were where these
Yes.
the local crime syndicate places were.
I'd almost consider building a house right next door to him.
Absolutely.
So I'll be good.
Right.
Nobody will touch my shit.
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
They might.
Well, they won't either. They don't. They
doubt
don't.
it.
They don't shit where they eat.
they don't want that.
They don't. They don't need
They
that
don't want the
attention in that
attention.
area. Nope.
Just follow them around wherever they live. Just wherever they hide out. Just be like, I'm just gonna be over here. Just hang out.
But I mean, you don't hear the petty stuff going on
Nope.
when it's controlled like that.
Right.
You hear about someone in the Cornwall fucking stabbing 8 people.
Yeah. Like what the
Or
fuck
you hear
is
about that, or you hear about the one in Calgary or the Saskatoon or whatever,
Or the guy that beheaded somebody on that bus to Winnipeg.
and then ate his face and his
And
tongue.
then ate his face and his tongue, and
Greyhound
he's out. Of,
bus.
and he's out of. And he's,
Greyhound,
he's out of
right?
jail now.
Yeah, I think so.
Greyhound bus, where you beheaded.
Where you be
Where you
headed.
beheaded?
That's fucking funny. That's a good one.
That's just wrong.
But no, seriously, like
Hey, that guy just got released from jail last year. Hey?
yeah, last year.
Jesse and I were
That
talking
long-
about that
that
on the
is-
yeah,
way to
yeah.
school one day.
Trudeau must have forgave him and gave him some money to start again.
Right.
yeah.
Who?
He's a new person.
He's a new
He's
person.
a good
by
person.
clock.
Here's the other thing. I was
I
was watching this
I leave with pride. I'm a good person.
when I was out of town this week for work. I was
I
falling
didn't mean
asleep.
to do it. I don't. Did I?
I was
Did it?
watching the news, and they were having an argument. Show to shock. It was news from the States about a guy who admitted and who pled guilty for molesting and raping 15 young children, and the possibility of up to 100. He admitted to that,
Jesus Christ.
and he's getting out of jail.
How long was he in jail for?
One person, I think they said he was in there for like 20
Getting
years.
out of jail or getting off
Getting
in jail?
out.
Oh,
Oh, go-
He was probably getting off in jail if he didn't have enough cigarettes.
so was
Right.
everyone else.
That's how you.
So was everyone else.
The anal plate.
And there
Right.
were two
Yeah.
people in there defending him, saying to let him out because that's how the justice system works. For the other one's like, but you're gonna let someone out who admitted to doing more than he was already charged for, out back into the streets.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah,
Oh, he didn't mean it.
See now that's the side of the lawyers I don't like.
didn't mean
he didn't mean it.
You got to be this high to ride Michael.
If somebody's molesting
Oh, you
children
must
and
be this
doing
tall to
all
ride
this
Michael.
fucked up
Yeah.
shit, they have to hire a lawyer, and that lawyer's got to defend that fucking guy.
How do you think that lawyer feels?
He's gonna go down just like that fucking guy is.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing: there was another one. I think a few years ago. I don't
Those are the
remember.
lawyers I
there
don't
was
like.
there was a fucking pedophile that got released from jail, and he was like, "Oh, he's a changed man. He's everything." Meanwhile, he should have been kept in prison. Guess where he was in a month?
Where?
Back in prison because he was molesting things.
He was at a fucking school watching kids at recess. A month.
A month after he got out of jail.
Well, he
Month
didn't
after he
mean
got
it.
out.
He didn't mean it.
And then what did they give him? I didn't do anything. Slap on the wrist.
Those people should be fucking killed and murdered.
Yep.
And I'm talking like
Tortured, though.
like
Fucking
tortured
hell.
people that are fucking tortured till they can't
You
breathe.
be-
Let them heal up halfway and then do it all over again.
Yep. for the rest of their fucking life. They should have
Crimes against children. people should
Law-abiding
be-
citizen style.
You just fucked up
you,
that kid
you,
for life.
you don't fuck with that. You don't fuck with kids, man.
They don't even know anything.
Fuck.
Blue collar crime.
Yeah, it makes me mad.
That the
Handled in a white collared courtroom.
yep.
Well, he didn't mean to. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't mean to fuck that child in the ass? What's wrong with you?
Like you have
Fucking people.
You
Yeah.
have a lot of time
Sick
to
fucking
stop.
Sick fucks.
Sick fucks.
You have a lot of time to sit there and stop and think about what you're doing, regardless of any crime.
Yes,
So to him to say he didn't mean to is bullshit, Grandpa.
he absolutely meant
But
to.
that asshole, like people that do that, those are the guys that should be. What did George Carlin
Publicly
say again?
executed.
God bless George Carlin.
Oh, I know. Thrown into a cover
him
him in brown gravy.
Lock
throw
him
him in a
room with
locked
a
room.
rabid Wolverine.
Yes.
There's a guy that won't be hanging out in any fucking little kids parks anymore.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking rights.
Yeah.
Disembowel him with a wooden cooking spoon.
I've seen that quote somewhere, actually. I didn't know it was George
Know what
Yeah,
they
Carlin.
should
George
do?
Carlin, yeah.
Know what they should do? If this is gonna sound really bad now, anyone who was ever, let's say, hurt by a pedophile or
Yeah,
molested, let's say,
yeah.
let the pedophile go in 18 years, and after 18 years, when that child is old enough, let them kick the living shit out of them.
Put him in a
enough.
room and let him
That's
sort
not
it out. Hang on. You remember that story of that girl who was kidnapped and went missing for 20 fucking years?
Yes,
And they found her,
yes,
and she thought it was normal.
Yes.
Because he got her at such a young age.
Yes.
That he had kids with her.
yes.
And did all, and then they tried to take her
Yeah.
away. She
I
said,
watched
"No,
that. I
no."
watched that show.
What
Dude,
the fuck was it? Who was that? Do you remember?
I don't remember who or what the name was, but I mean, yeah, like she thought she was family, and the kids thought that
I know what
that
show
was
you're talking
yeah.
about.
The kids thought that she was their sister because she was so close in age, but in reality, she was the mother with the fucking
Yeah, fucked
It
up.
was a
It's
fucked up
fucked
situation,
up.
and they found him. It was like a whole. It was a whole thing. They built
Documentary.
like a whole thing in the backyard, and the neighbors never fucking like. How did the neighbors not say anything over
Yeah,
these
they
years?
tarped off the entire backyard.
Yeah.
Our
just so-
justice system is white collared crime.
the
Lawyers
the
and
justice
fucking
system
bribery
yeah.
and let's rehabilitate him. There is
Money.
no place in society to rehabilitate a person that fucking sick in
Nope.
the head.
Nope.
Castrate him and fucking beat him to death.
Yep.
That's all you could do.
Show no mercy.
Nope.
That shit's just fucked up, man.
Eye for an eye, except if you rape
Two for
someone,
a
then
two.
get
Apparently,
killed.
they're attracted to adolescent males driving red Mustangs.
Yeah, apparently.
Did you
fuck.
tell that story on here already?
I no.
Trying to play with your booty hole.
You're like putting fingers under people's assholes.
I have
Curtis?
not told that story on here.
Because you drive a red
Have you?
Mustang.
I have not told that story on here.
Go
no.
for it.
We got some time.
All right, so
Hang on.
hang on.
Is this, what kind of crime is this?
that
I don't know if it's a
blue
crime, it's
collar.
more
How
of
was
a-
it a crime? He was 19.
It's a crime because I didn't want it.
There was no consent. There
But
was
he
no
didn't do
consent
it.
given.
Yeah,
Use of
But
retarded
Disturbing the
It's a
peace.
crime.
It's a blue collar crime.
threat.
It's blue collar crime. Disturbing the peace.
Use of retarded brakes while in the city.
Okay, so hang on. We know the story though. With that is that technically not even illegal?
That's harassment.
It's
Verbal
harassment. It's harassment.
Sexual
I'd say it's
harassment.
harassment.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah.
I think Curtis should have busted his fucking nose.
I
Yeah.
I didn't
I
want
would.
to get kicked
I
off
was
school
supposed to be
grounds.
there with him. I
wanna
was
kick
supposed to
off
be there
school
with
grounds.
him. I would have kicked the fuck out
No
of
one
that
would
guy.
have fucking
Just
believed
molest
me.
me. I don't want to get thrown out of school.
That guy told me that guy wanted to shove his finger in my ass. No, I didn't.
I was
You
supposed
just
to,
beat
I was
up an old
supposed to be
man.
there with you.
Maybe you didn't.
I was
Yeah,
supposed to be
you
there
were.
with you.
I didn't want to do it because there's literally security guards just like
So the
no,
security guard would have told me.
No.
Stranger danger! Finger me.
Stranger danger.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't fucking believe
guy's
me.
trying to
They see
finger me.
Walk out of my car and crack some old man in the face.
Okay, whoever's listening to this is dying to know. Tell that story.
Okay, so I was
You
going
got
for
like, okay, go.
We got like 10 minutes.
I was
got
going
lots-
for
we got lots of time.
orientation for school, like SAS Polytech in Moose Jaw, and I'm waiting in the parking lot. I'm in my car, not bothering anyone. I'm not revving. I'm not doing burn. I'm not fucking around. I'm on my phone waiting for this orientation to start so I can go the fuck home. I was supposed to be there with a few different people that day, but no one could make it, so I was like, whatever, I'll just go myself. No big deal. So I'm sitting in the parking lot, and at the corner of my eye, I see this guy walking. He looks like an old fucking. I don't know if anyone's ever played Grand Theft Auto 5. You look at Trevor Phillips, and he's
welfare
80
Trevor Phillips.
18 years older and more methed out.
Oh shit.
Walking towards my truck.
Okay.
I mean car. So he's walking towards the car, and I was at the corner of my eye. I'm like, hey, whatever. I'm just not gonna worry about it. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking down at my phone, and I just feel someone fucking staring directly into the side of my head. And I look over, and he's just peering in my window like someone in a fucking
Like standing right beside.
yeah, like looking over a fence, just staring directly at you. So I put down my window a little bit. I'm like, hey, can I help you? Like, do you need a hand or something? And then,
Yeah.
without saying hello, without saying how are you, without saying anything, he just goes, "Do you like putting fingers in people's assholes?" I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "You fucking heard me. I said, do you like to put fingers in other people's fucking assholes?" And I was like, no. So then he's like, "Well, get out and look around you fucking dummy." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Look around. You're driving a fucking Mustang." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm the only one in the parking lot. What the fuck do you want?" Then I was like, "Oh, great. You know, he's gonna fucking, I gotta get out of my car and get shanked or something like that." So then he's like, "Get the fuck out of the car."
Fingered.
And I'm
Or
like,
fingered. Shanked with a finger.
He's telling me to get the fuck out of the car. So I'm like, "Oh, I guess I gotta."
shanked in the butt with a finger. But you were 19.
Yes.
1 or 2.
So get out of the car. I lock my car. I'm walking, and then he's like, "Come here, I want to show you something." I'm like, "Oh, great. He's gonna show me some fucking car.
He's
It's
gonna show you
better
his
than
gig."
mine. It's something that's better than mine. Blah blah blah." And then he starts walking towards his house, and I'm like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Come here, I want to show you something." I was like, "I'm not fucking coming over there." I said, "Where are you taking?" He's like, "I got something in my house I want to show you." I was like, "No." So you want to fucking show me something? You tell me what it is right fucking now, or you bring it over here. I'm not coming to your fucking house with your door open. And then he's like, "Well, you fucking retard." I'm like, "What's your problem?" And then he's beaking me some more. So I was like, "Are we gonna have a fucking problem here?" He's like, "What?" And I was like, "Are we gonna have a problem here?" And he kept calling me a retard and shit. Then I was like, "Oh, do I crack this guy or do I leave it alone?" And then I'm like, "I'm on school for orientation. Like, I'm
Did he
waiting,
pull down his pants and wait for you?
I'm waiting
There's a better question.
waiting for orientation for school. Do I risk the fact of no one believing a single word I say and cracking an old man in the mouth, or just walk away?"
I would have beat him up. I wouldn't even give him
And
a
then I
chance.
was like, "What the fuck's your problem?" Then he was like, "Well, how long you gonna have your car for?" I was like, "What?" And he looks at me and he's like, "How long you gonna own the Mustang for?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. My whole life, hopefully. I don't know." Then he's, "Oh, all right, you can go now." I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?" And then he waddles back into his house, comes back out, leaning against his house with a cigarette, and he's like, "Look at this fucking dummy, fucking driving a Mustang, you fucking piece of shit, you fucking retard."
Yelling.
I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yelling from across the street.
Yelling from across the
They
street.
do have a mental hospital in Moose Jaw, hey?
Probably his house. Fuck.
Yeah. He's
So-
he's a
It's across the
curator.
street from Sass Polytechnic.
Yeah. So I was like, "Fuck it." I went and parked across the just down the block.
Are you
and
sure
I
it wasn't the teacher's lounge? Is that what he came out of?
No, he came out of his house. I was in the parking lot.
The welding booth.
Oh, yeah, it's not a Catholic school. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
well,
then-
that's down
no,
the
no.
street.
Oh, yeah,
that's down the
right.
street.
But then you wouldn't be coming out of, you'd be coming in it.
Hey, Dane. What's the difference between
Come in by
what's the
open
difference
door.
between acne and a priest?
What?
Acne comes on a boy's face after he's 13. Yuck.
White collar crime?
Oh, you want to talk about
literally
that?
white
literally,
collar.
white, literally,
Oh,
literally
white
white
collar.
collar.
Says a white
crime.
collar.
Yeah.
Everything to do
Jesus
with.
Christ.
I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say anything about that.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a fucked up story.
Yeah, I
That's
wish I was
fucking-
lying.
Yeah.
I wish I was sitting here making that up.
Yeah.
I really wish.
I would have beat him up. I wouldn't even give him a chance. I would have just been like, this dude's fucking going down.
I wouldn't have even got that far. I would have been like, put the window down, go through that fingers and assholes thing. I'm like, I would have put my window up and just ignored the dude.
While he's yelling.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the guy that tried to sell us chicken in Fort Capel.
Yeah.
He shoplifted the chicken from the co-op store.
Some drunk
In
Native
the
American.
same
Yeah.
parking
Tell,
lot.
In the
tell
same-
that
yeah.
full story right now. Tell that full
I'm
story.
not telling that full story because it's fucking. That's a blue collar crime. He's a thief. He stole
Right.
chicken.
He stole chicken.
He stole chicken from a grocery
introduced
store in the
himself.
middle of summer in Fort Capel, Saskatchewan, and he was trying to fucking sell the chicken in the parking lot.
In
to
that
tourists.
same
in
parking
that same parking lot. He stole the chicken from.
Right.
And the chicken was still cold.
It was like in his jacket and
Wanna
frozen
buy
and
some
shit.
chicken?
His name was
no,
Barry,
I don't
by
want
the
to buy
way.
any fucking chicken, Barry.
No, Barry.
His name was
He
Barry.
introduced himself. What a nice thief.
Yeah. What
and he kept
Actually, we
trying
should've
to.
bought some.
Then he was like, "Oh, you got the whole family in there." And he-
And he looked across and he saw my wife and he parted his hair and he said, "Oh, hi, I'm Barry." Okay, Barry, it's time to fucking go now. That's enough for you. You gotta go.
oh man,
Fuck.
fucking Barry.
BFC, Barry's fried chicken. Or Barry's frozen chicken.
We
Then
know-
we
we
were
know
out fishing the next
BFC.
day.
Yeah.
We were out fishing the next day, and then we said, "Okay, guys, you got a toonie for the first fish, toonie for the biggest fish, toonie for the most fish." So I got Dane and Curtis with me, and then Curtis is all quiet and he's sitting there. He's like 5 years old. And he says, "First fish. What happens if we catch a Barry?" I'm like, "I'll give you $1,000." He stares at his rod. All right, he's trying to catch a
He
Barry.
thinks he's gonna catch.
That's fucking like 5.
He thinks he's gonna
Remember
catch
that?
some drowned
Yeah,
dude.
He's trying to catch Barry. Some drunk shoplifter swimming in the fucking Pasco Lake.
You never know.
He's gonna bite your hook.
It was worth $1,000, but
If I would have caught him, you guys would have never fucking believed me.
Right.
True story, I swear.
I swear.
Million to one, Doc.
Million to one.
Million to one.
PTSD.
PTSD. Oh, the humanity.
So what about a person shoplifting to feed their family?
Still blue collar crime, but that's a tough one.
It's blue,
It's
but
not
just
because-
Hey,
because
hold on.
how are they in that? Hold on.
Genuinely poor.
It's
Yeah,
an,
but how are they in that situation?
that's an oxymoron.
Genuinely poor. Not drug related. Not alcohol
they got fucked over
related.
by the system.
They got fucked over by the
Fucked
system.
over by the system.
I wouldn't. It still is a crime,
Blue collar.
technically, but I wouldn't call it anything.
It's an oxymoron.
I'd call it survival,
You're doing bad for good.
right?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man. It really is. It really is. They got fucked by the system. They got no way back, and so, unfortunately, there's people like that out there.
And you know what? With the amount of fraud, how do you believe anybody that's become a victim?
And that's why I don't really give money to peddlers and all that shit. It's like, how do you like the one
The guy
guy
at the liquor store, I'll throw $5 in his thing because the guy's, playing
Only,
the guitar.
only if he's good on that guitar.
I went in to go get a box of Corona today, right? Because I'm gonna take a few days off this week.
Nice.
And the guy's playing the accordion. I threw
Right.
$5 in his bin.
Nice.
right?
He's playing accordion. First of all, you got to have balls to play a fucking accordion in public.
Yeah.
Second of all, who taught you to play the fucking accordion in
Right.
public?
That's why he's out of the street.
You know what I mean?
Because that was his aspiring goal,
Maybe
and
he
nobody
lived-
wants accordion
Maybe
players.
he lived with his accordion, but the guy was actually good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Weird Al. It was actually really good.
Yeah. See, I don't give money to the guys outside of liquor stores because they're just going to be used to buy the fucking liquor, which is why they're there.
Perhaps.
Likely, but I don't know their story.
I feel sorry for peddlers like that nowadays because they don't take debit.
right.
You know,
and nobody carries
just
cash anymore. But I'll
Swipe it in their
Or he
ass.
pulled down his ass, yeah, and he's got a little fucking swipe here. Then you smell your card and
Tap here.
I'll give a few.
Scrote.
I'll give a few bucks to a guy hanging out at a grocery store and doing that though.
There was a guy in Nelson, BC, and I was working out there at a hydro station, and there was this guy outside the 7-Eleven, and he was sitting on the ground, and he looked, Nelson is hippie country,
Yeah.
right? Face it. This guy, there's no way he had a home. He had too much junk with him, right? Sitting in front of 7-Eleven. He had a bag. He had like a little red wagon kind of thing with like a stick for the fucking pull cart and all that bullshit, right? So the guy goes in with a cup he found in the garbage.
Yeah.
And he tried to go in and get a refill and pay a refill cost for a coffee.
Right.
Instead of paying $2 for coffee. I think you can get a refill for like 75 cents or
Right.
something. So anyways, this guy freaks out, kicks him out of the fucking store. And I will look at this guy outside, and he genuinely looked down and out.
That sucks.
Like this fucking guy, yeah. So I bought him a coffee every morning.
Yeah.
And then I actually gave him a couple bucks. I got him a breakfast sandwich one morning, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did that, and then when I was done my job, I'm like, oh, I can't give this guy fucking coffee every morning. And he tried to turn me away every morning. No, I'll be okay. I'm not asking for anything. And I said, it's okay. I'll buy you coffee, man. Come on in. I'll get you coffee.
Yeah.
So got him coffee, got him this, got him that. And I mean, the guy never approached me. He didn't try and hunt me down and hang out with me.
Right. So-
which is what I didn't fucking want. 'Cause
Right.
then I just, get away from me, you fucking bum.
Well,
You just
Right.
kick him away.
Right.
But I mean,
McMuffin.
McMuffin, right?
Right.
But I felt bad for the guy because
course.
what triggered it is how they treated him.
Absolutely.
Is they treated him like a fucking degenerate.
If some guy had the drive enough to get a cup out of the garbage to get a refill, I wouldn't have even charged him for the coffee. You know what I mean?
7-Eleven does though.
See, when I worked at a local gas station, yeah, it's like sometimes people come in. I mean, they're regular customers and whatever, and they'll get in every now and then. I'm like, you know what? That pot was near the end of its life, anyways, because we only put
Did
it
you
on
give
for an hour.
people
Oh, fuck yeah, I
that at
gave-
that gas station you used to work at?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Did you?
What's that? Sorry.
At that gas station place you used to work at, did you ever give anybody free coffee? Oh no, they never let you on till. They prevented blue collar crime.
Right.
They back then they could have did what they wanted. I wouldn't have did anything.
Right?
I
Who
don't care.
cares? Take a coffee.
I would have
Yeah.
went after them and took a
So it's
Slurpee
the same
after
sort of
them.
thing. Some kids would come in sometimes and get some Slurpees in the middle of fucking summer, and
Yeah.
they're trying to count their change. I'm like, don't worry about it, you guys, just go.
You know that little,
I take these all summer too.
there's that little confectionery that we go to once in a while from work?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
There was a couple little kids in there and they were counting change. Like
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
And the people that own the store, you know what I'm talking
Yep.
about?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe visitors to our country, I can't remember.
Right.
They wouldn't take the pennies the kids brought in. And I understand pennies have been gone for like 3 fucking years, 4
Yeah.
years. But I mean, they wouldn't take the pennies the kids
It's
had.
kids, man.
Well, I threw $2 on the counter for them.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the kids were just taking the pennies and going
Yeah.
with their like their candy or whatever
Yeah,
they had. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And they must have been like 3 and 6 or 3 and 5, like just little
Little wee
kids.
tots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being a little kid and doing the same thing, taking in my nickels that I scrounged up from wherever.
I would
and-
take Curtis's nickels.
right.
Fact.
Yeah, go get some 5-cent candies. Yeah.
Since we're speaking of people who are, you
Hey,
know,
that's a blue collar
That's blue
crime.
think of since we're speaking of people who let's call them degenerates and whatnot, people who actually got fucked by the system versus somebody who's not.
That's not a degenerate. A degenerate is
It's going into it. Don't interrupt me, you interrupting
fine.
Interrupter.
guy.
Fine.
Okay, so
Interrupting
start off.
Ike.
I don't even remember what fucking year this was. It was me and Dad. We were at.
Dad and I.
You
Jesse.
shut your whore mouth. So, Dad and I.
Me and Tyler.
We're shopping at Superstore, and we're coming out, and this guy comes up, and he's like, "Hey, man, you got a second?" And it's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm coming back from Winnipeg, and my car's broke down. I got to get back to my family." And I'm fucking like 11. He's
No, he was a white guy.
and he was like, "I
He was
need
a
to
white
get
guy.
home back to Winnipeg." And Ed's like, fuck off." And I'm like, "Oh, whatever." A year and a half later, Mom and I are in the Victoria Square Mall. This guy comes around. Hey,
Same guy.
Exact
Same
same
guy.
story. Exact same story. Mom, being the kind-hearted person she is, gives him $5. I'm like, "Mom, what are you doing? He was yelling at Dad and I last year. The same story." She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, why didn't you say something?" I said, "I did. You didn't listen."
Yeah, like I've throughout. Hang on,
still
throughout my
didn't. He
throughout
coulda
my life,
walked.
throughout my life, I've seen that guy probably a dozen times. Same story,
Same
same
guy.
thing,
Hang on.
same guy.
3 years later,
Yes. True story.
Dad gets out of the hospital after breaking his pelvis,
Yes.
and the guy approaches Mom again. Dad's on crutches, literally just out of the hospital.
Like in the hospital parking lot kind of thing.
No. This was at Superstore.
Oh,
at
okay.
Superstore.
Again.
Again, that's
And I'm
superstore.
stubborn because I don't want to fucking sit at home, and I was hopped up on
Right.
morphine anyway, so I went grocery shopping with the wife.
Right.
Same fucking guy in the parking lot. Yeah, I'm hard up, and I fucking laid into him like I was gonna kick the shit out of him.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
On crutches.
the last time I saw him,
I'll shove
was
this
a
crutch
few
so far up
months
your ass.
later.
Out of
Ed
his-
and I were at the Shell just
You gotta
off the
stop
service
ending
road
up
of
back in
Victoria
Regina, man.
Avenue. And he starts coming walking up on the side of J-Lo, and then they're fucking. He's like, and Ed's like, "Hey, don't even give me the fucking story. I know who you are. You get the fuck out of here." And he's, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Have a good day." He's like, "Fuck you."
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You remember that?
That was the same guy.
Same
The
fucking
same
guy.
So
And I'm
for
like,
8
hang on now.
years,
Yeah.
I don't think he's borrowed enough money to go back to Winnipeg yet. I mean, it is what is it, 320 miles, 560
He's got to
kilometers.
stop getting drunk and winding up in Regina.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That is
What
an
am I
example.
doing in Regina?
That
Yeah.
is an example of what I mean by degenerate.
A weekend
Gotcha.
ritual.
If he was a one time, I never saw him again. But the fact that I saw him
Yeah.
like 5 times in a matter of 8 years
See-
tells me something.
See, and that's the problem with.
He stuck to his story, though.
That's the problem. Giving your hard-earned money away to people who try and abuse that shit. You know, maybe there is a war veteran who needs help.
He's got one leg. Ah, fuck you.
But hang on. But there was this
They got
guy.
my money.
There was this guy in the States. They were this camera crew was following him around because they're like, there's something's fishy about this
Well,
guy.
that was a movie. That was fucking Tom Cruise, Born on the 4th of July.
That's not
You
what
ain't
I
got
want.
no
Oh,
legs,
okay,
Lieutenant
different
Dan.
Oh, that was Forrest Gump.
No,
Yeah,
another different one. But anyway, but anyways, this guy would go around like he had no legs and all that kind of stuff, and act like he was mentally disturbed by the war and all that kind of stuff. And then when the camera crew came up and talked to him, he's like, "Yeah, no, I do this for a living, man. This is awesome. I can clear like $300 a day. You know, this is great." And
There's a documentary on that.
yeah, I did,
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
it was
guys are
ter-
making like a few $100s a day doing
easily,
this shit.
and it's terrible because that's a blue collar crime, for sure it is.
We were sitting by Home Depot in A&W, you know where that is? By
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Vic
yeah,
Square. And it was windy. Like, I mean, like 60K, 70K winds. And I opened up my window, and this guy comes over to grab it. And I flipped a 5 out the window. It went flown away in traffic. This guy went chasing this thing, and he almost got killed by like 3 other cars
Oh,
trying to get
jeez.
the $5 bill.
Jeez.
Oh, man. And all my wife says, oh, "You're an asshole."
Wasn't there one time, I think you were telling the story, you're like, they said, "Hey, you got $1 I could borrow?" And you're like, "Borrow? Are you going to give it back?"
Oh, yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
Good, I'm good for it. I mean, you're fucking
Hey,
good
come
for it.
over,
No one
dollar.
asking
I'll
me.
pay you back, I swear. I don't even fucking know you, man.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I'll give you my address, and you can just mail it to me.
Why don't you just come over? Here's a key to my house.
Yeah.
Here's $3 for a stamp.
Drop it off on the counter.
Just change the sheets when you leave, please. Because I work out of town, you know. It's,
Speaking of changing the sheets when you leave, there was a fucking.
Whoa! Fuck! I don't want to hear about the Hotel Sass.
he drives a Mustang.
Right.
That's at the Motor Inn.
There was this guy.
Hey, Ed, you want to race? Oh, sorry.
Six.
I can't race.
The wife's cabin was broken into a couple years back.
Yes.
And the window was broken, door was unlocked, but it looked like the guy just wanted to whoever broke in came in, slept, and left. Nothing was taken. But I mean, he came in, slept.
Might have
in the
rubbed
place and
one
left.
out.
Well,
But I mean,
maybe rubbed one out. I don't know. There was a couple tissues. I thought maybe he had a cold. It was middle of winter.
He had post-nasal.
Post-nasal dick.
It was Dirty Mike and the boys.
Thanks for the F
Thanks for the F shack,
Right.
Cindy. Have a great day.
Right. So yeah, no, that's see,
Hang
and
on.
that's another one. It's like that. If that guy didn't break in and get out of the wind, maybe he would have fucking died.
I guess it was winter.
Yeah, it was like
Probably.
-4. It was cold. It was fucking cold.
Teeth go flying because the wind's so.
There's shit in them walls, right?
Right. So I mean, that's another tough one. I mean, yeah, it's a crime. Yeah, it's breaking and entering, but the guy would have fucking died.
Man, go sleep in my fucking.
That
Go
guy-
sleep in the
Go
neighbor's house.
sleep in my open shed for crying
That
out
guy
loud.
was
Like,
chasing that
ripping
$5
on
bill. If
homeless
he would have got hit
people
by
for
a
an
car,
hour.
I think I actually would have felt bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said, if that guy that was chasing that $5 bill that I threw out the window on that windy day, if he would have got hit by a car, I think I actually might have felt bad.
I would have just left.
Would've
I would've
paid
been
for
like,
I
didn't hit
do
him.
it. Yeah.
I would have been like
ran into
Andy when he
traffic.
burned down that trailer. Just,
But hold on,
With that
then
little
he
laugh on
gets
his face.
then he gets free nutrients and free drugs at the hospital, so he'd be
That's
all right.
true. Yeah, he'd be good.
Nutrients.
dude, it
Gets
was
dog
like,
food?
ugly
Dog
out.
food. Dog
It was, like,
food.
so ugly. This poor guy. Yeah. It's kind of like that feather.
You
on
would've did him
Forrest
a
Gump that
favor.
just kept going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You would have did
It
him
showed
a
up
good
at the end of the
favor.
movie.
Yeah.
That's a good wind.
Yeah.
It's like the end of Forrest Gump where the feather flies away.
That's what he just
That's
said.
what he just said.
Oh shit! Where was I?
You were in the Mustang with that old guy that looked like the
Oh.
guy from Walking Dead.
Right.
The guy from Walking
Trevor
Dead.
Phillips.
Trevor
He's in
Phillips.
Walking
Oh,
Dead.
for-
He's in Walking Dead
No,
too.
not what's his name? Steve Ogg.
Stephen Ogg.
Stephen Ogg.
Ogg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
The guy that got killed and put on the fence by Negan.
Yeah, that guy.
Blue collar crime, by the way.
You just might have spoiled.
That's
fucking-
just survival at that point. I don't think there is
days.
anything as crime.
Survival of the fitness.
Survival of fitness. Oh fuck.
JJ. Just
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah, we're at hour 11. Yeah, we could probably fucking wrap her up. We're kind of rambling now, anyways.
Ripping
we
on
don't
homeless
need to
people.
hear the Mustang story again.
I don't want to say it ever again.
We don't want to
so-
hear about the time you got cornholed outside of Sass Polytech.
Right. Cornhold.
Or the time that Dane was beatboxing
Cornfeld.
outside of
Cornfeld.
co-op. Or the time that Dane was beatboxing outside of co-op.
No, Dane wasn't beatboxing. There's another guy.
Oh,
but
and
he
it was
didn't
a
own a
local
Mustang.
gas
Why are you
station.
trying to throw me under?
Because
But he was
you're trying to
safe.
throw me
He was safe. He didn't have a Mustang.
Right.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh,
No-
yeah.
nobody was
He
gonna
had
finger
other
me.
people because he had a fucking Cobalt.
No,
Not
he
at
had
that
a
point.
T-Bird at the time.
Nobody was trying to finger me in that thing.
In the Thunderbird?
In the Cobalt.
Oh, in the Cobalt.
God damn.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks for coming out, Ed. This is a blast. It
was
awesome.
awesome.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Sorry for straying off the topic all the time.
Yeah, it's fucking what we.
Honestly,
that's
it
what,
all intertwined with itself.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's our
That's our mission statement.
Yeah, it's our mission statement.
I don't fucking know. Let's just do something.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for fucking.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah.
Do I got to sign the door?
Yeah, you're gonna sign the door, make it onto the Instagrams.
OG.
We won't
And,
post a photo if you don't want a photo posted.
No.
Not gonna
No
say-
photos.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. You can sign
We'll
the door.
Sign sign the door, and then we'll take a picture of the sign.
No, because that's
It's like that fucking homo from that Dodge place at that Dodge dealership in Saskatoon. Well, I Googled your name and it came up on LinkedIn. So I figured I would I'd send you a key for a truck that you've never fucking owned.
Just send some dude's
go
key
fuck
to you, and
yourself.
you're like, "This isn't mine."
He even phoned the office and the
Yeah.
girls were like, a red
Just drive
Dodge?
around.
Yeah, because she's thinking of your
right,
truck.
right.
Anyways, at the
still.
end of the day, someone just sends a key to a random fucking person.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me the address so I can actually go pick up the truck?
Yeah.
So I called the guy. I'm just like, dude, like, what the fuck? I've never bought a fucking truck from you. No. I just searched you, and I'm like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Douchebag.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
He was trying to do like
Be like
fuck,
creeping
he's
on
trying to do
Facebook
his-
like
you
Jesse
know,
or
like some
something.
nice public service, and everyone's like, "Man, you're a fucking asshole."
Well, no, Ed.
He should have called
weird.
first
No,
and
no.
asked before
Hang
he
on.
sent.
He did, and they when they
And I'm out
talked
of
to
it
when they
today.
talked to the girls at the desk, he said it was a red Dodge, whatever,
so they
whatever,
figured
and
a
they
red
thought
Dodge
it was
that was
my
there
truck.
might have been mine, and the key might have been from before, or
Right.
what, you know.
Yeah,
Just
so
a
I mean-
long story short,
Right, but
the
but
guy
I-
tried to do a good thing,
Yes.
but still, the way
And
they can find
yeah.
me so easy, kind of crapped me out.
Well, I mean, and it wasn't even like they searched the VIN, and it wasn't
That's
even
why I'll
yours.
never own a Mustang.
Yeah, right.
You know,
You don't need guys approaching you looking to put your finger in your ass.
I don't want women approaching me to put a finger in my ass.
Yeah,
Fuck the
let alone
doctor.
guys.
The doctor had a finger. He's got hands like bananas.
Yeah.
Thank God he
Using the
retired.
whole fist doc.
How are you checking my prostate with both your hands are on my shoulders?
Right.
I drive a Mustang. Hey Kurt, you're at that age. You gotta get
You're
checked
hurting
out.
you're hurting my
prostate is
feelings and my
swole.
friends' feelings.
Oh
Your
yeah, sorry, you
prostate
drive a
is
red
swole.
Mustang too. Anyone ever try and put a finger in your bum?
No, honestly, can't say.
Caitlin's just like
Jesus, Tyler.
Hey, we gotta wrap this shit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
check out Facebook, Instagram, share it with your friends, get someone to love
All
me.
your
Yeah, that
favorite
shit.
social media platforms.
Oh yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.